Breaking news, NFL 2K football is back, but it might not quite be what we were hoping for. We gotta talk about this. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking peanut butter milk stout by Belching Beaver Brewing Company. It's a milk stout brewed with peanut butter.
All right, and no beavers were harmed in the making of this Got G episode. You know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's talk about NFL 2K and its return to the football scene.
Gaming off the grid, boom shakalaka!
All right, here we go. Big news broke today that NFL 2K is making a comeback.
What?
That is a big deal. NFL 2K has not been around since NFL 2K5. They made their last game in 2004.
So that's been, what, 16 years?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and they're not going to come back till 2021.
Yes.
So, but they're announcing it now. They're getting the hype. They're getting the train rolling. And it's exciting because the only sim football games around nowadays are just Madden.
Yeah, and a lot of people say that the NFL 2K5 release is the best football game ever made. And that is kind of an undercurrent in the video game community, and it has been for a very long time. Now, I beg to differ. I never thought that game was better than Madden 04 or Madden 05, but the game was very groundbreaking, and it was very important for one major thing: competition.
So important because 2K and Madden were competing throughout years, and they were making their games better because they had that competition.
Yep.
When 2K dropped out, Madden was just like, okay, we can do whatever we
Soul
want.
Survivor.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that dip in quality I feel like in pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, once
it's the
Vince
same thing.
bought WCW and ECW, the product is slowly, in my opinion anyways, I think yours too, went downhill.
And I can kind of say the same thing about Madden.
Yeah.
Oops.
I think EA was kind of scared because when this game came out, I don't know if those of you who are watching were around or paying attention, but this game launched at $19.99.
That's cheap for
Madden,
a new game.
Madden was still full price, $49.99, so they were really getting into Madden, and then Madden, or EA Sports rather, inked a deal for exclusive simulation football rights with the National Football League. So, this new deal, a lot of people, I think their knee-jerk reaction was like, hell yes, NFL 2K is back. There's kind of a caveat.
Yeah.
It's not a sim football deal. So allegedly, EA released a statement that they still have simulation football rights, meaning that the 2K sports game would be an arcade sports game, which kind of gets us excited, but then, we're kind of worried.
But then, I'm like, oh, NFL Blitz, NFL Street, all these awesome arcade sports games, but then EA owns the rights to the arcade sports games, so it's like, what the heck's going on? And also, they said that when they release it, it's going to be a different version than what you're used to, because it has to be. And it's like, what does that quite mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much information out about it, so I'm kind of excited, but I'm also like, what is this?
I think saying what does this mean is a very good question to ask. What does simulation football mean? Now, us as video game fans, we have our idea of that. But what letter of the law does 2K Sports have to follow? So, does it mean simulating today's football product? Because I wonder, could they make a simulation style playing game that was like NFL Legends?
Oh, that'd be really sweet.
But it wasn't simulating today's product.
No, but it was a simulation style game, but you had your freaking 94 roster or like an old school roster. Like, that would be really cool.
I think that is kind of reaching. I do think they're going to have to maybe stick to more, the arcade, maybe a 7-on-7 type of deal. We're huge arcade sports fans.
We love them.
We talk about them at nauseam.
I'm not the hugest fan of sim football games, but arcade football games, hell yeah.
Here's why I wonder, or I don't think it's going to be as good as we want it to be. The NFL is so PC nowadays.
Yes.
They're taking away big hits, which all for player health, not going down that rabbit hole. We think a healthier game is a good thing. But is it a good look for the NFL to have a guy getting power bombed, elbow dropped, those type of things? Like the new Mutant League football, guys getting blown up, falling into piranha pits.
A razor blade cutting them in half. It's so funny.
I don't think the NFL is going to go or sign off on a game that is overly violent or, so it makes you wonder what the arcade sports version could be like. And 2K doesn't really have much of a track record with making arcade sports games.
Yeah, it's tough, and that's part of the reason why I love the old school arcade sports games, because like when the play's over, you can freaking elbow drop someone and it's making those noise. It's awesome.
A lot of questions right now, but we want to talk about it because it is a step in the right direction. getting some competition on the field
Yes.
for EA is important. I've been playing Madden since '98 on Super Nintendo. I've played every iteration, and I've played competitively since about '07, being hyper competitive from 2015 to 18. We don't really talk about him on the channel much, but
He's a freak.
I was in many EA sanctioned tournaments, and I also was ranked as high as number 4 in the Draft Champions game mode in the world. So I've played a shit ton of Madden, and I know the game is really in a bad spot right now. It's just very little improvements year after year. The game is broke. They just keep layering on top of the same broken game, which has these legacy problems and issues. So competition is needed. I hope at least this is a nudge to get them like, holy shit, these guys are back in the game.
Yeah, we need to start figuring out and adjusting our product to make it better.
Yeah.
And then the 2K, if they stick around for a couple years, that product will become better. Whatever that product is, we don't know.
Yeah.
But
And you wonder if the sales do well enough, could they maybe get into that sim? You know, would the NFL maybe not renew with EA? Things like that. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't
just
know.
don't know. I think that the deal with EA is still going for quite some time, but it's a lot of hypotheticals, but it's an interesting piece of gaming news that we wanted to weigh in on. You know, 2K in the arcade realm, they're known for simulation sports. NBA 2K, even their WWF game, even though this year's is really dodgy, has always been super simulation.
Yeah.
They've kind of taken the fun out of the wrestling games almost. So how's their arcade sports stuff gonna be? I just don't know.
I don't know. And also, like, if they're not doing arcade, they can't do sim,
Yeah.
but it's going to be weird. I'm nervous. But excited.
We're hopefully optimistic, but we are saying tailor your expectations, at least in the interim. But it could be a good thing for the football game industry as a whole.
And speaking of good things, let's talk about this beer real quick. Belching Beaver Peanut Butter Milk Stout. What do you think?
This is a really good beer. This has got a special place in my heart because this is the first peanut butter milk stout that I think we ever had together.
Yes.
We'd had a couple peanut butter porters, but this does it right. We have had a couple peanut butter stouts since this that I wish I could taste side by side.
Yeah.
Because this isn't quite as good as I
Remember, yeah.
I have it up on that pedestal, right? So this is our, third, fourth time having it. It's really good.
It's really good, and I think a lot of people would like this. And our good buddy Telesplash Gaming actually likes this beer, and he doesn't drink beer, so that's a really good thing to say.
It's very good. I mean, this kind of reminds me of, like if you were to drink the water after you have some peanut butter Captain Crunch. Like if you
put water in your cereal?
Milk. I don't know what the hell made. Drink the milk after you eat some peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Yeah, it kind of has that, yeah.
And I remember as a kid, my brother and I would get crazy and use chocolate milk for a peanut butter Captain
that
Crunch.
sounds so good.
Yeah, we were weird kids, but nonetheless, it was a good idea, and I think somebody copied it.
So this is, it's really good. It tastes like a peanut butter cup. It has that really good milky taste to it. The only problem is this is like a 5% stout, which is pretty low. That's why I think it's a good beer for the masses because it's not too aggressive. It's got that good flavor, and it's just a light, enjoyable beer.
And I'm just a big fan of the brewery name, Belching, Beaver. Yes, please.
Check, please.
Yeah, let's wrap things up. We're optimistic, but not expecting a whole lot out of this, at least initially.
I mean, I'm excited for what it can lead to.
Yes.
That's what I'm excited.
Competition.
Yeah, competition, and bring back arcade sports games, please.
Yes, it's a dying genre, and we want some more of them. And competition is always great for the end consumer. So,
yes, it is.
Yeah, we always appreciate you guys tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. If you have NFL 2K5, bust that bad boy out, relive it, get a little nostalgic, and play some football. We will see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid. And sit back, relax, belt yourself a beaver if you care to, and stay tuned to this episode.
Oh, dude, that was so good. That was the money shot.
Damn it. Okay. Damn it. Breaking news, NFL 2K is back. But before you get too excited... All right, here we go. Today is a very big game.
Today is a big game, Super Bowl.
All right, here we go.
Big game.
Big game. Big game fun football.